Okay, we are going to try this again. Chat, please let us know if sound is coming through. It looks good on OBS. Yeah, I think it's going through. Okay.
Is it coming through?
Hey.
Hello. Thank you for letting us know. Hi. I guess now for the first time, since the actual first time was not heard. Um, welcome to It's Only Working for You, Lily.
Oh no.
Oh, it's not working for me.
We can hear. Can everyone else just say something real quick to make sure that we can hear people?
Test.
Hello.
I would love to be heard.
Can you hear me? I am talking.
Beholder,
also
can you get
talking.
closer to your mic?
This is as close as I can get. Like my mic's in the camera.
Perfect. Okay, we are good to go. Finally, after a string of tech issues, we are here. Hello, welcome everybody for now, I think the third time to Digital Dungeons, our Extra Life Tabletop Appreciation Weekend. Uh, thank you for joining us here. We are joined by a wonderful cast of players for our little adventure today. We'll introduce who we all are, and then we'll introduce our game and what we're going to be doing today. We'll start off with Beholder.
All right. Yes, I am Beholder of Stories on the channel on the Discord. You can find me at Kane Volante on Discord, or you can and on Twitter, and you can find me on Obsessed Beholder. I do some streaming. Mostly my game is on Saturday, and I just wrapped up my Curse of Strahd game from Friday, so I'll probably be doing some other streams in the future, maybe some Baldur's Gate. But anyway, I'll go ahead and pass it off to the other people. But my character today is going to be Travis Bold God. He is a little rapscallion who doesn't really want to be here, but he also wants to do something with his life later on. So that's why he's here.
All right, let's go down to Emmy Anderson.
Hello, I am Manderson. This is my first time ever on a Digital Dungeons stream. I am going to be playing Holly Swanson. She is an underclassman who doesn't really trust any magic except for astrology, the stars, but everything else she's a little worried is just gonna not work.
Yeah, and then we'll go to Caitlin. Kate, why don't you introduce yourself?
Awesome. I am Kate on Discord and TikTok and Instagram. I'm Sturdy Denim and Blue. I will be playing Oberon Marcellus. He is kind of pretty okay. He's pretty aggressively average at what he does, but that doesn't stop him from being a little moody about it.
Yeah, and in case I can't remember if I've introduced myself yet or not, but in case I haven't, hi, I'm Lily Gecko. You can find me pretty much anywhere over on our Discord at any given moment. um, I'm quite active, but otherwise you can find me on our streams. I am in both the Troubles in Otari game that we play over on this channel, as well as the Legacy of Ruin channel, or as the Legacy of Ruin game, as well as on our partner channel. You can catch me in Tainted Bloodlines. If you see me on social media, no, you don't. Um, but yeah, it is with great excitement I introduce our game. We are playing something a bit different today. This has not yet been tackled on the Digital Dungeons stream channel, or I think anywhere on any of our social media. We are playing a little system called Kids on Brooms. In case you've not heard of it, Kids on Brooms is kind of like a little sub game, slightly different rule set from the Kids on Bikes universe, which is from Renegade Game Studios, published by Hunters Entertainment. It is a very fun rules light system with like a lot of collaborative world building. It's like very fun, very easy. Pretty much how the mechanics work to explain things as quickly as possible is you have You use your standard polyhedral dice set, but you have each dice assigned to a different statistic. And those stats are your different abilities. You're just doing different checks with those, but your abilities that you are checking with, you are rolling brains. You could be rolling brawn, flight, fight, charm, or grit, which all do different things. Pretty much the name gives away what it is. Uh, but like, and you use those same stats for casting magic. And there's like no set spells or anything. Everything is, if you want to do it, you can. You probably will have to roll for it, but it's so much fun. And I'm very excited to be bringing this system to the DDA community. Um, we don't really have hero points or inspiration, but the system does have something built in called adversity tokens. So if you're using Stream Gold, the player reroll will always count for a reroll, but we'll have 500 bits for an adversity token, or $25 extra life donation will also count for adversity tokens for all, which is just a +1 onto whatever their next roll is that they would like. And you can save it up, bank it, whatever you would like. Just before we get into the game real quick, once again, if you are not already a part of our Discord server, please join us below. Don't forget to follow our Twitch channel as well. We do weekly stuff that is very fun. And without further ado, we start our game in a little forest outside of a little small town in Wisconsin in the United States. It's just a plain looking forest. There's trees, foliage kind of covering everything. There's like a beautiful little hiking trail that goes through. It's kind of, to most people, all it is a forest. But the deeper you get, or if you have ability, or if you are aware of the magic that is hidden within this forest, the further you travel in, you will find yourself standing at the gates of the Wisteria Institute of the Arcane, which is where our story today will be taking place. The Wisteria Institute of the Arcane is like an upper school for magic for kids ages 14 to 18. School is run by Headmaster Bree Colby Jack, because Wisconsin and cheese. Headmaster Colby Jack has been running the school for several years. And the school is very well known in the arcane and magic community for creating Brolby Jack cheese, which is one of the main cheeses used, like very heavily relied on in the magic community because of the interesting taste and texture that it provides, which is also very heavily loved at the school for obvious reasons. Some other notable things about this school in particular: there's a really big science fair that everyone loves to contribute to at the end of the academic year, and Swiffle Ball is one of the main sports. It's kind of like Wiffle Ball, but the ball is made out of Swiss cheese. If you've not been able to tell yet, this is a very collaborative game. So everything about the setting we have made as a group, which I love this setting that we have made. But yeah, we start our adventure probably about this time of year, end of August, as the Wisteria Institute of the Arcane kind of brightens up as parents begin to take their kids down the hiking trail in their little minivans, because yes, apparently you can also drive a minivan down a hiking trail. But parents begin taking their children down to school to get them set up for the school year, passing by a giant wisteria tree that just goes into view as soon as you can, or as soon as you start driving up closer to the school. um, as the school year begins and everyone is able to say goodbye to their parents as the parents leave them for the year. We'll see them again soon. Um, but yeah, everyone is dropped off and the first day rolls around and everyone, uh, all the students ages, start to find themselves shuffling towards the all-school assembly as Little Welcome Day assembly begins to wrap up, where our three students will find themselves walking towards.
Another. Here comes another year.
Do you think the welcome assembly is going to be any different, or am I going to be able to memorize it by the time we're done here?
I don't know, man. I can't. I totally blank it out every time we go through this. Half the time I'm sleeping.
That's fair. I remember I almost fell asleep freshman year, and then one of our teachers dropped a giant book behind me, and now I'm terrified of falling asleep.
So they give the same speech every year?
More or less.
Sorry, this is my second year. I thought it was like a good speech last year, I guess.
I mean, anything's a good speech the first time you hear it. Well, that's probably not true, but it's always better the first time. It's got that little extra pizzazz.
When you've gone through it like 3 or 4 times, you start to it starts to get boring.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a good speech the first time. There's something to be said for that.
I don't know. I guess so.
As you guys are walking and talking on your way there, you see a pair of twins with like bright red hair, just like kind of screaming, like running down, like one's skateboarding down the hallway, the other one's just like chasing after. It's like, out of the way, yo! And then you hear a teacher like yelling, "Get off your skateboard, Pepper!"
Just the clones.
Yeah, and anyone who has been a student here would know these are Pepper and Cheddar, the headmaster's twins. The resident chaos causers generally. But all just like skateboarding inside the building. Nothing too out of the ordinary. As Pepper begins to skate past you, Travis, can I actually have a flight roll from you?
Sure. I was actually going to. If he comes next to me, my first instinct was to grab my physical dice. Anyway, let's go into.
Let's see if, because he's on his skateboard, absolutely rearing towards you, like right in your direction. We're gonna roll to see if you can get out.
Let's look at that.
Yeah, see if you can dodge out of the way of this skateboard.
Okay. Flight. Let's fight. Oh, okay. D8.
It's the one with the L in it.
Oh, nope.
Perfect.
Got a 1. I'm not even paying attention, and I'm just like looking straight at him, and he starts veering towards me, and I'm like, oh great.
Yeah. Pepper just fully. You don't have any bonuses onto your flight. Yeah. Pepper just fully veers towards you and just smack, like, absolutely runs right into you, and he goes flying a little bit, and you fall over as a result. He's like, "Hey, dude, watch where you're going. I was skateboarding there."
I just look, and I'm just like, poof, on the ground. Like, so what happens? Do I fall? Like.
Oh yeah. If you'd like to narrate what happens as you fail this roll.
Yeah, and I just go, and I just look at it, and I just, I'm sure, like, he's piled on me or something, and I'm just like, dude, if you wanted to kiss, you could just ask.
Ew. No, you use the janitor's dust push broom for your regular broom. I have standards. And he just like goes, runs and gets a skateboard and just starts skating off again.
You can still. Hey, you can still count. Hey, you can still consider it clean.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Little help? I hold my hand
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, absolutely. I help you up.
All right.
See, you're fine. Just dust yourself off. I don't want to go to the nurse's office yet this year.
Nah, man, it's all good. I'm practically a nurse already. I'll just. I don't know if I did anything, but I'll just go ahead and like use a little grit. I don't know if grit magic works like this, but I'll just kind of dust myself off with that.
Yeah.
If that's how that works.
More or less, yeah. If you want to do just a little grit, I don't think
Wait,
that
what the? Okay.
that would be more of a charm roll actually.
A
To
charm?
try to fix up your appearance.
Oh, to fix my appearance.
From getting knocked over. So go ahead.
This will be great.
It's gonna go
This is gonna be
awesome.
great, this is only gonna work.
It's only
This
gonna
is
go
only
uphill
gonna
from
work.
here.
It's only gonna work. It's a 2.
Hey, listen, to be fair, it is uphill.
It's uphill. You're not wrong. Yeah, you're able to just kind of just
Like
like
2.
use your wand to just kind of like get a little bit of dust off, and the dust just kind of like moves like from one patch on your sleeve down a couple inches. Like it's working its way off, but it just kind of settles now on your forearm instead of on the shoulder where it was previously.
Perfect.
So that definitely looks like problem solved. We should keep going before we're late.
Oh, are we gonna be late?
I'm just worried. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, and you guys are able to sort of head over to the auditorium. And it's open seating. You can sit wherever you would like. Are you guys sticking together for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I found 2 upperclassmen that will protect me from the protect me from the other people don't seem to dislike me, and that's as good as I think I'm gonna get right now.
I love the concept of you've decided we are safe when we have proven that not at all.
You didn't bully me outright when I tried to talk to you.
Listen, yet.
Emotional support upperclassmen.
I forgot in my head. I was writing down questions the other day, and I forgot who was who. So I thought I got the upperclassmen and the underclassmen mixed up. It's okay though. It's not a big deal.
And you guys are able to kind of, with your newfound little trio, head on over to the auditorium. You guys sitting anywhere in particular, or just somewhere?
I sit at I'm basically like sitting at the top. Like if these guys follow me, or these two
absolutely.
follow me, like,
The back was my thought too.
Farthest away. Don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
If I could be under the bleachers, I would be.
I think if left to her own devices, Holly would be like in the middle. But again, I think Holly is like, these people have not yet actively bullied me. I'm going to like stay near them. And so I'm also near the back.
Perfect.
But tension than the other 2.
Yeah, you guys are able to find a little spot, like kind of like up against the wall almost, towards like one of the back rows. So you have found some little seats. As you kind of look around, there's like some familiar faces. Most of the freshmen and the other underclassmen do generally move to sit more towards the front of the auditorium, just to, freshman excitement. So.
Where I'm just like, man, I didn't know they made it mandatory for freshmen. To the front.
I feel like the freshmen get smaller every year.
Maybe.
But yeah, as you guys kind of settle in, you see just like a couple rows ahead of you. You're able to observe small little quabble about not being allowed to have a skateboard in the auditorium. Like, no, but it's my familiar. No, yeah, the skateboard's my familiar. It's totally okay.
Wait, are we allowed to have our familiars in the auditorium?
Um, can you? Oh,
That's
what
gonna
is?
get real messy.
I need to look at the closest thing to what an insight is.
I probably don't bring mine because there's probably like rat familiars, and mine would probably like try to eat them.
I think that would be interesting enough.
Can I have you do a grit roll for me, Holly, as you observe this
Yeah.
argument?
It wasn't me.
Ooh.
Actually,
A 6.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you'll with that 6, is a DC of 5, so that is a pass.
Oop.
You will as you're just kind of like watching that argument happening and you're like, are we allowed to have our familiars in here? You just kind of like, wait, that's silly. A skateboard's not a familiar. A skateboard would probably be someone's broom. There's someone arguing to try to keep their broom in here, which you would know from last year is probably not allowed. Just as you don't want students flying all over the place, quite literally, during an assembly. um,
That makes sense as a rule.
just like that would be, yeah.
That
um,
seems messy at best.
but you see that student, similar redhead, is kind of like escorted out, and they return a few minutes later without a skateboard in hands. And kind of sit back down as you guys are still waiting for the assembly to start. There's like a couple of students kind of file in to sit around you guys as well. Uh, Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, as we are waiting, I am going to summon my familiar, which is a little tiny blind snake.
Cute.
And so I'm just gonna like let him walk I guess slither around in my hands because, to pass the time.
That's valid. Yeah, and little snakes kind of like slithers like in between your fingers and kind of like goes up your hand. And Holly and Travis, you see Oberon just like with a small little snake. It's kind of like slithering all over.
How small is small? Is it like, does it fit in your hand, or is it like the size of a garter snake?
No, it's like earthworm size.
Oh, I love it. I'm watching this snake like very intrigued, and also pointedly not summoning my familiar because it is a cat.
I'm just like, no. For all those of you that are just that can't see me, I put my hat over my eyes, and I am now like reclining back on the bench, taking up 3 seats on purpose.
Is that your familiar?
Yeah, it is. Isn't it great?
What's its name?
His name's Bob.
Bob is very cute.
It's Bob he's blind, so it's Bob the blind snake.
Well, Bob is doing great. He seems lovely.
Oh, he is. He's just great, and he's great to have in class and scare other people with too.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of snakes, but I get why people are.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't really get why people are afraid of this one because, like, look at him. He's so cute.
He's small and blind, so I don't feel like there's a lot to be afraid of with him.
No, not really.
I lift up the hat and I just peek out with one eye and I just go, "That's a snake? I thought it was a worm."
A follow-up question for that: are you afraid of worms?
No.
Oh, okay. No, he's a snake. He's not slimy.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mine's a vulture, so I won't summon him. He's too big.
That's probably a good call. I feel like they would attempt to take him away like this skateboard, which would kind of be a buzzkill.
A vulture?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I heard you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. I do tend to mumble. Sorry.
No, I just wasn't expecting it.
Oh,
Right?
really? He looks down at himself like, don't expect me to have a. All right.
I've never met
Oh, that was
someone
kind of
who
obvious.
who had a familiar that was a vulture, I guess. But it is just it's my second year, and I didn't have a large group of friends last year.
Wait. You said you were here last year. That means you did hear about the vulture in the cafeteria incident.
That was funny. That was a
I
funny.
didn't know that was someone's familiar though.
Yeah, that's fair. But it did happen and it was great.
That was you?
Yeah, I remember that.
Listen, everyone got mac and cheese all over them, and it was so worth it.
That is a waste of.
The mac and cheese airstrike was.
That does
a
seem
piece
like
of art.
a bit of a waste of mac and cheese.
No,
Nah,
I mean you have it so often that like there's no waste. You just got to be creative with ways to use it.
like 10 cents a box, man. You can't waste it.
Exactly.
And with this, the lights sort of begin to dim a little bit in the auditorium as you see the headmaster, Headmaster B. Colby Jack, walking out onto the stage. They're kind of like, "Oh, hello, students, hello," happily waving to you all. The
Oh,
freshmen
man.
up front are just like, "Oh my God, it's the headmaster!" Like very excited to be at a new school, and to also be meeting a local cheese legend. Um, but
I
yeah,
love that phrase.
local
I
cheese
remember,
legend.
I remember being that excited to see her. She's nice and everything, but like she's not a celebrity. Well, I guess not a national one.
Um, yeah, but the headmaster goes up and starts to do a welcome speech. It's a very generic welcome to the Wisteria Institute of the Arcane. We're glad to have you here. This is how things will go at school, such and such and such. Class schedules have already been delivered to your dorms, which you all would have with you, just as you're going to start your classes immediately after the assembly. Um, but just Travis, you would know this pretty much. Actually, can I have Travis and Oberon make brains rolls for me?
Ooh.
Brains?
I bet you
Brains!
got all the brains.
Brains? Oh no.
You got this.
Oh, good. Oh, wow.
Uh,
That's pretty good for me. It's a 5.
yeah, both of you guys could probably be reciting this word for word if you tried.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is Oberon
Just like-
reciting it?
Oberon is reciting it under his breath.
Yeah. The two of you just
And
look
I'm
over.
miming it with the one hand as a sock puppet.
Yeah, the two of you look over. Oberon is just fully, just word for word, whatever Headmaster Colby Jack is saying. Um, whereas Travis, sitting next to you, Holly, has a little hand up like a sock puppet, and is pretty much doing the same thing, but with
I'm
the.
doing it at Holly. Like,
I love it.
It's just like the motions of a sock puppet. You don't actually have a sock puppet.
no, I don't.
I think that
I'm too
Wait, is
lazy
it?
to have a sock on my hand.
That's fair. I was gonna say if you're not a senior, then next year you need to like up your game and have a sock puppet that looks like
Yeah.
Greek Colby Jack.
Honestly, there's gotta be a upperclassman somewhere who has a sock puppet familiar.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I'm familiar.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
just a sock puppet.
And to be fair, that is
That's
actually the
useless.
scariest familiar.
It's the most useless familiar ever. It can't even travel anywhere.
It's like when someone says talk to the hand, like you do not want to hear that from this person.
It'll just be their familiar that you're talking
Yeah.
to then. Um, yeah.
Uh,
The assembly seems to just carry on without much of a hitch. After a little bit of time passes throughout the assembly, you all start to smell something a little bit unpleasant. It's kind of beginning. Mostly, it doesn't seem to be coming directly from the area that you guys are sitting in, but it's very close by.
Crap. Did someone? Ah, man. I think Johnny's been dispelling people's anti-fart magic spells. Man.
Oh, see, I was wondering if anyone cut the cheese.
Yeah.
If you weren't already maxed out on adversity tokens, I would say you're taking one for that bad pun.
That was fantastic. Well done.
And I think Oberon is also kind of giggling to himself. Like he is the funniest person to him.
Good.
Uh, what you said about the freshman looking smaller. That's because I put a spell, a very small spell at the entrance of the school. It shrinks them just a little bit.
Oh, I love that for them.
Yeah.
Holly's sitting there thinking, thank God I'm not a freshman this year.
Yeah.
It only works on people who are new.
But as the time, like the next couple minutes sort of pass, this slightly foul odor begins to kind of emanate a bit more and spread almost. As you start to see sort of, if you guys are sitting in like the back left corner, sort of middle center-ish, but a bit off to the left, you just like a giant puff of fog begins to just emanate and overtake the rows of students sitting there, and the students start coughing, and you hear a shout of "Stink bomb!" And chaos from the freshmen begins at first, and they start like scrambling to try to get away from there, as you guys are just watching from the back as a stink bomb has been released. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
I'm kind of just like chilling because I'm like, huh, this is actually more fun.
I'm gonna like cover my face, like my nose, like plug my nose and cover my mouth with my hand. Maybe like pull my shirt up a little bit, but I'm also gonna like try and look cool about it because again, I'm sitting with people who are older than me and I don't want to look like the freshman, but also I'm very much like I don't want to be in this room.
Can
If
I see if I know who like is the source of it?
I'm going to tell you right off the bat that it has pretty much just like overtaken probably where like 25, 30 students are sitting, just like with that fog cloud of smoke beginning to spread. So it'll
Can't
be
see
very
through
hard.
it. Then?
It's not necessarily that you can't see it, it's just the students from there that were kind of sitting in that immediate burst have already gotten up and started to scramble, so it'd be very hard to try to track down. If you would like to, you can roll a brains to see if you can try to pin down.
Oh well.
And you can use adversity tokens to add +1s.
Okay. Well, it's not really worth doing. I got 2.
Fair. No, everyone starts with 3.
Roll the 2.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, you rolled a 2.
I'm not gonna use that.
Yeah, you're not able to really track down where it is. Holly, if you would like to try to shield yourself from the stink cheese without everything, would you like to make a brawn magic roll to try to protect yourself? Any of you guys are more than welcome to do that as you see students begin, as it starts to like kind of spread and inch a little bit closer to you guys as it begins to spread.
Can I also, instead of just like trying to cover myself, can I try to like use magic to create a little bit of a wind to try to get it to avoid me?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd like to help her with that, or help them with that.
Yeah, let me.
I got an 8 on my like covering up my
Yeah,
face.
you will. Why don't you describe what you do as you're able to cover up your face successfully? I'll look into this.
I'm gonna like kind of pull my shirt like together and up over my mouth and nose. And maybe like the shirt is made of some kind of like sort of magic-y materials. I don't think Holly herself is doing any magic because she's above that. But I think she's just kind of like hoping this works, I guess.
Yeah, and it will indeed work. If you said Oberon and Travis, you would like to try to just force some wind through there to kind of disperse it a bit.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, we'll snap decision this. This will be a fight magical roll.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
So for the
So
snap
we
decision,
both
this
do
is
it?
yeah, but since this is going to be a snap decision, if you fail, there's a chance that something bad will happen.
Woo.
Man,
You really like the ones today.
I'm not
Yikes.
helping that much. I got 2 technically.
Oh, true.
Um, yeah. Yeah, Oberon, you begin to start to use your wand to channel gusts of wind to kind of push and to disperse. You're able to get a lot of it. And then Travis, you're like, ooh, let me help, let me help. And then you get out your wand to try to help, and all of the wind just starts to come in your direction. Or, or not the wind, the fog from
Wow.
the push of wind begins to travel back in your direction
Okay.
as
Well,
the
I see
stink
it
cloud is
coming.
now approaching your way.
I see it coming, and I just go. Uh, I don't know if this is magic, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to just. I'm gonna try to like break the fog cloud apart.
Yeah, I'll say that that is going to be another fight magic roll. Still a
Okay.
snap decision.
So glad he's taking up 3 spots right now, because I can just like lean out of the way that he is bringing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'll just like step away from them and be like, well, I got myself into this mess. I'll get myself out.
Yeah, you will.
Or
And I'm sitting here very unaffected, rolling my eyes at the use of magic.
um, yeah, as you um try to push some of that fog cloud away, you're able to get most of it out of the way, but a small bit still sort of seeps through and hits you right in the nose. As you're now smelling uh rotten cheese stink bomb.
and I'm just like, ugh. And I think like at that point, I just go, ugh. My eyes start watering, and I just go, that's a nice one. And I do the cartoon like fall over.
I love it.
I love that so much. Oberon just kind of as the spectator to that goes, I'm not helping him up this time.
Yeah.
I will help you up if you like put a hand out to ask for help up. I will help you up, but I don't think Holly's going to initiate.
Is Holly going to step into the stink cloud to help him up?
She's got her nose blocked.
That's fair.
Yeah, she's fine.
It doesn't matter if I'm in the stink bomb. I've protected myself without magic.
Without magic.
Right. Listen, my clothes is imbued with magic, but that's not the point here.
That's just not the point here.
Yeah, you're able to get up Travis. Maybe with help, maybe without help, but a bunch of different professors start filing in and using some magic to dispel the effects that are emanating and also dispelling that stink bomb. And you hear, you can see up on stage, Headmaster Colby Jack is also working to dispel. And as things start to settle down, she's like, "Okay, we're going to cut this assembly short. Students, if you will please look at where you were sitting and report that to your first class teacher, so we can figure out what went on here and get to the bottom of this and find out who is responsible. I do need everyone's seats noted down so we can figure out what's going on."
Are we near where the source was?
You're probably about like 6 or 7 rows back,
Okay, cool. So
but
not
also,
suspicious.
but also that would have been very close to the burst in the first place.
Okay.
Um, and you hear say, just everyone go to your first class of the day, and I hope you have a wonderful first day of school, all things considered.
I think this is a great start to the school day.
This is not a good
Yeah,
omen.
I'm being like as I'm kind of like as like a couple of teachers like help me out. I'm just like I'm good.
And you all begin to head to your first class of the day. As you think you're about to part ways, you realize you're actually all heading to your potions class, which, coincidentally, you were all in the same potions class as you head
Oh,
over there.
sweet.
Ooh.
As potions is one of those that you can test out of to be in higher grade levels or higher difficulties. So Holly Swanson, despite hating magic, must have done something to get into the higher level
I think that
potions.
because there's not a ton of like magic that I am doing, I think potion, even if I don't like love the idea of potions being magical, I think I'm good at the technical side of it of like, yes, you follow these instructions and you know these properties and then these things happen. Like there is a lot of predictable cause and effect.
Mhm. It's just
Just like with astrology.
it's fancy chemistry.
I
it,
love the predictability of astrology.
it's chemical astrology.
The reason this is the reason I like the reason I like you, Marcy, is because you put life on hard mode in school.
Yeah.
I
But
love
you
it.
guys
Oh,
all head down. As you look around, it's a bunch of students like you. A couple of you guys have been in classes with them before. Holly, you probably don't really know anyone. Um, as you kind of settle in as potions professor, Havarti. Because yes, everything is named. Potions Professor Havarti, sitting up at the front of the classroom at his desk, uh, looking over some papers, kind of like walking around as he's just like setting up some lab desks. And he's like, "Oh, good, good. Now that we have more people here, I'm going to pass this paper around. Please write where you are sitting, at the assembly, and form into little lab groups of 3. And find a desk to sit at."
And I'll find a desk and I'll like take a piece of paper and I'll write down like 3 chairs. 'Cause I took 3 of them.
I love that.
Not marking where you sat, just that you had 3 chairs.
No, I'll mark where I was, but I'm marking 3 of the chairs.
Yeah. Listen, where I was 3 chairs.
Uh, you know what? You're not wrong with that. Yeah. And you guys kind of pass the paper. Are you guys all sitting down at the same desk together?
Yes, we are. Or at least I am.
Are you guys okay if I sit by you in class?
I mean, we have to have groups of 3, so yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I sit down.
you don't always have to ask permission yet, man.
Yeah, sometimes you just like do things.
Sit down.
I kind of like nod, like, okay, cool, that's not gonna happen, but thanks.
Forgiveness is easier than permission.
Yeah. Sometimes.
But yeah, as class is just about to start, you hear a slight shriek coming from the hallway. Along with like a couple things clattering over just outside the lockers. Like almost like something thuds into a locker as well. And just a couple minutes later, you see the twins, Pepper and Cheddar, just kind of walking in. One holding up a skateboard with like a very toothy grin. Who's like, "Ha, beat you there, Cheddar." You see the twin walking in a couple minutes later. As you see, they go down and take a seat towards the back of the classroom with you guys. Like,
I
oh,
love them.
As he's coming, I just go, "Why are you talking to yourself?"
I'm not talking to myself. Why are you talking to yourself? He like immediately turns his back. Because obviously that's what talking to yourself looks like.
Yeah, clearly.
He just like fully turns away and is like, "Why are you talking to yourself?"
Oh, I was talking to, it was Cheddar and
You were talking to Pepper.
yeah, I'm gonna say, oh, I was talking to Cheddar.
I just caught that if their last name is Jack, then they are Cheddar Jack and Pepper Jack.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really observant, and I think that's really clever, Lily. Way to go.
You guys thought of that.
Yeah, no, listen.
Did we?
Yeah.
We are amazing.
I'm
Yeah.
observant and have a great memory.
You have the best memory. That's why you're here with astrology.
Uh-huh.
He's like, "Oh, you thought you were talking to Pepper?" I just like kind of turns back around. "I thought you were talking to yourself." You see his Pepper just kind of like waves his wand above his head and like bops himself on the head with the wand, and then you're standing face to face with a carbon copy of yourself, Travis. He's like, "Why are you talking
my
to
God.
yourself?"
I just dispel it.
Holly jumped at that, I think.
You're trying to dispel it.
Yeah, I counter it.
Yeah, let me double check. To dispel again.
Pretty sure that's grit.
Yeah, that would be grit. So go ahead and make a
Yeah.
magical grit roll to dispel this magic.
That's what I'm good at.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a 13.
Ooh.
Way better than a 1.
Yeah. That kind of dispels. He's like right as he's saying, "Where are you talking to yourself? Where are you talking to yourself?" You just
Talking
describe
to you, dude.
describe what this looks like for me.
Yeah, he like this is like a common thing that Travis does. They start to wave their wand, and before like it's the one thing he's good at is just messing with people, and I make it look like and I'm gonna make it look like him. Actually, no, I can't do that. I'll just say what happens was he just waves his wand, nothing happens, and I just go, "No, I'm talking to you, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Is there like why are you waving your wand like an idiot?"
Yeah, because you have fully dispelled that with 13. He just kind of like looks down at his hand like, "Oh, no, you were totally just talking to yourself."
You're just waving your wand around, man.
"No, I wasn't doing anything. You're full of crap, man, okay?" Just kind of
Sure.
turns to Walker away to sit back down.
It's just like the anti-magic around here.
It's amazing to me that they don't get in even more trouble than they do with the fact that their mom is the headmaster.
I am very impressed by your magic abilities.
Yeah, like, that's the fun. The fun of it is making. I don't know. I just like to mess with people, and some of the best things to do. It won't work on you, Marcy. That's why I like you. Because
Holly.
You don't use magic. Oh, Heart. I'm sorry.
Holly.
Holly.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the name in the chat. Yeah, that's why I like you, Holly. Is because like my tricks that trick doesn't work on you. Like you don't use magic. So.
Not when I can help it.
It is wild.
Yeah, as everything in the class starts to settle down a little bit, and Professor Havarti goes back up and is like, "Okay, welcome to Potions 204," and just does a general spiel about welcome to class. This is what's on the syllabus for this year, etc., etc. We're gonna and kind of mentions that the first unit of class is going to be like transmutation related potions.
Ooh.
Anybody else think the word syllabus sounds funny?
It does. Transmutation does too, though. So
I think transmutation sounds funnier than syllabus, but syllabus is a fun word.
I
Makes
can
me
never
think
spell it
of-
right. I always the silent V always gets me.
Did you say the silent V?
In syllabus, yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I don't know what your problem is.
Silent V.
Everyone knows about the silent V in syllabus.
Oh yeah. just looking pointedly.
I have broken the dungeon master.
I was just like, okay.
Oh, is that what happened?
No? No, I was just letting you guys have that moment. Yeah. Um, sure. Yeah. But as you guys start to side chatter, Professor Party is like, now let's please not have any side chatter in the classroom today. Looks directly at the three of you guys. This isn't going to become an issue, is it?
No, sir.
Double peace signs for me.
What about 4? Just because you're holding up 2 and 2 on different hands doesn't make it any different. Are we understood, Mr. Bulgod? I will take those 2 thumbs ups. I'll take those as 2 thumbs ups instead of a 1 and 1 on each hand.
No problem.
And you see that the little list sort of the seating chart just kind of gets back to him and he looks it over. He's like, okay. Just picks up his wand, sets it on the desk, and just like taps it against the desk, and it kind of poofs away in a cloud of, like a very small cloud of smoke, as it has been transported somewhere else, it seems.
It's a cat.
But yeah, and he goes on, and after a while, he's like, okay, everybody come up, get some little lab kits. We are going to start off with a very basic, voice-changing potion to start off the unit. And begins
Actually,
to set up some potions and materials for you guys.
do a lot of stuff with that. I'll go grab.
Holly is very, very, like, going down the list, very exact sciencing this.
I think Oberon is smelling the different potions.
I love that.
Yeah, there's like 4 different colored potions just in front of you, or like 4 liquid materials, 4 potions in front of you. And like from the explanation given during the lecture, you know that you're supposed to kind of reach like a bit of lime green color. That's how you, like, getting to that exact color is how you know that it's right. And for anyone who's directly putting their hands on these material components for these potions, can you make me a brains roll, please? I'll give you your choice. Because this is potions class after all. So your potions, you can do, ooh, why is brains not one of them? Never mind. It's either fight, charm, or grit.
Yeah.
And
I'm actually.
we'll
not
do
bad.
these as magical rolls.
Those are my 3 worst.
That's why you're here. You gotta get better.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay.
almost-
You could explode.
I almost flunked out of magic last year.
Said-
Or out of
you
potions
said
last year.
which
I
ones?
didn't.
You said which ones again?
Your options. Yikes.
It was fight,
Yeah.
charm, or grit, right?
Yeah, it is fight, charm, or grit. If you do not have a good score in either of those, I would recommend picking the lowest one so you have the highest chance to explode. Unless you already rolled.
I rolled, but I got a 10.
Is it stat or magic?
Magic.
Magic.
Okay.
As technically, unfortunately, this is magic, Holly.
I know. I should have gone with grit. I have a D12 in that. It would have been better than a 2, hopefully.
Yeah. As Holly and Oberon, as you start to put your hands on the stuff to kind of, and just like start to pour little pieces in, grabbing, I think, like a blue and a purple potion respectively. There's like the blue, purple, white, like a clearish white, and a yellow. You both grab like the blue and the red. It kind of turns to like the darkish purple at first. And Travis, you see this, and you know your potions. How are you intervening and fixing this one?
I'm just looking, and I'm just like, at the same time, I'm like barely even paying attention because I feel like I've already taken this class, but I'm just retaking it for fun because it's like an elective at this point, and I'm like it. So I'm already like, I already know how to do this, and I'm like just tossing stuff in. I'm not even measuring it. Like I just know.
Just get that gut feeling.
And I'm just like, yeah, there's no thought to this. It's just like I'm like, and I look over, I'm like, you're overthinking it, and I'm just tossing stuff in.
I love it.
Holly
And then
is
I'll go,
losing her
and,
mind
you
a
know,
little bit at that.
I'm ready with to make it inert if something explodes. But that's all I'm got. What in the world? Lord Almighty, I'm being attacked by bugs everywhere.
Oh no.
This is gross.
Yeah, so
Not the simulator I want a cat.
I think we're doing great. I think this potion is the exact right color. Yeah.
Yeah.
What color did you say it was right now, Lily?
So the way that you guys had left it, it was purple before Travis stepped in. But Travis was able
Okay.
to kind of work his magic to get it to the light greenish color.
How did you do that?
I just come over with a single like just like part of like one of the things. And I just put a little bit in there, and it turns to the more of a color. And I'm just like I just go, oh yeah, I've done this before.
Did you measure that?
No.
How do you know how much to put in?
If you'll overthink it if you measure it.
That's what potions is. It's measuring and putting things in and following the instructions.
No,
It's just trying
really
to find the color. Side note, you guys will definitely need to help me in this class. I am colorblind.
Oh.
No.
Well, you can also tell, and I'll like give them a hint. Like I'll say like, well, you can. Well, it's really all about like the bubbling as well. You can kind of tell, like, see this one kind of bubbles like that, and then this one has like the bubbles are a little bigger, and this one bubbles like more than the other ones. That could help you.
Okay, gotcha. Because I almost flunked out of potion 104, and so like I'm kind of worried about this. My parents would be mad if I failed.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have taken this one if you failed one.
No, I didn't fail one. I got a solid D.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Yeah. I'm just gonna need some help.
I'll help you. Maybe.
Cool,
I don't know. I'm not that good, like, to be honest with you.
No, listen, I think you're killing it so far. I think we're doing great.
Yeah. He shrugs.
And Professor Havarti begins to walk around and gets to your table. He's like, ooh, this is a perfect potion. This is the right color. Would any of you guys like to test it to make sure that this will pitch your voice differently?
No, thank you.
I've already done this one. Do you
Sure,
want to
yeah,
go for it?
I'll do it.
Yeah. Oberon.
Yeah.
Right as you're lifting this potion, like the little vial, just like you get it poured in like a little non-named generic paper cup that holds like
I
4
love that.
ounces. You pour it into that little paper cup and begin to raise the cup to your lip. Right as the cup is like almost about to go into your lips, it begins to I'm not sure if you're going to actually. I'm gonna have you roll grit to see if you notice something.
Perfect. Sounds great. Magic or stuff?
Regular.
Okay, cool.
Stat grit.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, I asked wrong. Okay, I got a whole 2.
You're putting a green potion up to your lips to taste. But you can see, Travis and Holly, you see right as, the lid of the cup is, going to Oberon's lips for him to drink, you see that kind of like bubbles a little bit, and there's a little bloop that splurts out of it that's kind of like a light purple.
Yikes.
Oh,
If you guys would
Yeah,
like to,
I'm gonna drink it.
you drinking
Wait,
it?
I don't think I pause. I think I continue to put it to my lips because teacher told me to.
okay.
like, no. I think you guys may have. And then I'm like, but I don't get the words out in time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I just drink it.
And Professor Farhardi was like, "Ah, yes, it's the perfect color. Should pitch your voice down just a couple steps to make your voice sound a little bit deeper. Uh, Oberon, how are you feeling right now?"
That tasted really weird.
As your voice drops, you can feel the top of your head, like right around, like a couple inches back from the start of your hairline, begins to itch a little bit. And, like your nose, like feel your nose scrunching up a little bit as
Uh,
well.
uh, um, Professor, are there any other side effects to this?
Oh no, there are no side effects. You're looking a little bit strange there. Just kind of like grabs the cup. Like offers to grab the cup to look inside.
Yeah.
As Travis and Holly, you guys observe as you can see little spurts of growth coming out from the top of Oberon's head, to fluffy ears sticking
Oh my gosh.
straight up, and the nose,
Oh,
while itching and twitching, begins to kind of flatten and turn a little bit pinker as you see that your lab partner has begun to grow some rabbit-like appearances.
no, no, no.
Guys, do I
Yeah,
have ears now? Because it kind of feels like I have ears now.
yeah. You mixed. Yeah, you mixed that wrong. God, it's so
You're
solar.
turning into a rabbit.
Oh god! Oh no! Oh gosh!
And
It's
Oberon, you feel like your back begin to itch a little bit as well. You feel a little pop. If you like kind of like turn around, you can see there's like a little fluff of a tail.
Yeah, I think Oberon does the thing where he like kind of turns around in circles really quickly trying to see it. Oh goodness! Do I have a tail? Because that's like not great for me.
Yeah, you do.
Professor?
Yes. One moment. Let me go. Go mix up a quick dispelling potion. Just hang tight. Travis, please make sure that nothing else happens.
Mm,
Um,
I'm like frozen though.
uh,
Are you okay, Travis?
Dude.
Why does it matter if he's okay? I'm turning into a bunny.
I know you're not okay. He looks like he's about to throw up.
Please don't throw up on us.
Oh, it's just, dude, you're like, I like just start as they transform more. I just kind of slowly stand up and just step away.
and Professor Farty comes back over a couple moments later. I was like, "Here, Travis, give this to your classmate."
You can do it.
Are you certain?
Yeah.
Sure, cool. Um, as like a little spray bottle that just like has loaded the potion into a little spray bottle and starts misting you, uh, Oberon. And after a couple minutes, things, you feel your back and head start to itch a little bit less, and your nose seems to feel like it's scrunching a little bit less as well, as you have reverted back to your human form.
Okay. Not. I'm gonna try to not ever do that again.
That seems like a good goal. Are you okay now?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, that's my final answer.
Should have worked. I don't know what happened. Like, there's something must have like been wrong with. I don't know what. Did you put something else in there that I didn't see?
I mean, not that I know.
I tried to follow the instructions.
All
I,
right.
I smelled things mostly. I didn't really put very much in.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have nightmares for a while, so that's great. Awesome.
Awesome.
As
But
you see Professor Havarti just kind of like looking into the cup, like waving his wand a little bit. Someone tampered with this. For looking directly at both Holly and Travis and then back at Oberon.
I mean,
drug, I just poured. I poured the right thing in. It did it last time.
But no one else was up close enough to be able to tamper with it before he drank it. Then the two of you.
I tried to follow the instructions. I didn't.
I wouldn't. Definitely wouldn't have done that. That's not.
I wouldn't even know how to do that.
Well, it happened, and no one else was up close with the potion as much as either of you to be able to do anything like that of the sort.
I also would like to point out, why would I want to turn myself into a rabbit?
And why
Sir,
would I
do you
want
know
to
what?
a rabbit?
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Do you know what caused this?
Someone from somewhere cast some
Too
sort
much,
of effect.
too much carotene, I think.
You guys need to use your adversity tokens so I can give you more for your bad puns.
Oh, I didn't know that was full.
You guys start the game on full. It says in your character sheet.
Yeah, it does.
I like failing, so this is never gonna work.
uh, it looks like someone slipped a bit of more potent transmutation magic in. Somehow cast an effect to do that. I think it might be best for you all to go down to the headmaster's office just to make sure that you're not disturbing the rest of class while this gets settled, also given where you were seated in the assembly.
This is
But I didn't cast anything.
dumb. This is assuming things that we didn't do.
Just so it's sorted out down there instead of in class,
Alright.
so I can continue to teach.
We weren't close. I mean, we were in the corner, but alright. And I just kind of I'm used to it. Like, I just grab my bag. I'm like, oh man, they must have figured out my enchantment on the front door.
To make freshmen smaller.
Yeah, it's like very minute. It's just like 2 inches reduction.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but you guys are able to pack up your stuff. Oberon, you fully turns back into a human by now.
Everyone's favorite human, obviously.
Oh, thank God.
And you guys are able to walk down to the headmaster's office to passing through the big wisteria tree in the student commons on your way. If you guys would like to talk at all with each other.
This is so dumb, because what?
I didn't
We weren't even seated there. We weren't even seated where it happened.
I don't cast magic. How and why would I cast a spell to turn you into a rabbit? Why would any of us try to turn you into a rabbit?
Why would I want to turn me into a rabbit?
Clearly, Travis did not want you to be a rabbit.
No,
I don't want you to be a rabbit.
never do that again.
Listen, I don't want to do that again. It was a lot of my body was going through some changes and I did not like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the eyes. It's the eyes that got me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I
Like,
saw differently as a rabbit, which is something I need to unpack, but not now. Most importantly, my parents will be so mad if I get in trouble on the first day of school.
I think it was.
Wait, you don't think they'll actually get us in trouble, right? We didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, except for the fact that our teacher already thinks that we're the guilty party.
But I'm not.
It was probably the. I think it was probably the two jackoffs.
Yeah, it was probably the twins.
Oh yeah.
But listen, why would they ever get in trouble? Because they're the headmaster's children.
Exactly. It's stupid.
But listen, someone has to be the scapegoat. Gosh, I hope it's not us.
As you
Yeah.
guys finish walking the rest of the way down to the headmaster's office, I think we will take our midstream break right here before your meeting with the headmaster. So we will be back in 15 minutes, back at 1:41 Eastern Daylight Time or 12:41 Central or whatever other time zone you are in. We will be back and we will wrap up Act 2 of the happenings at the Wisteria Institute of the Arcane.
Awesome.
Okay, and we are All right, and we are back to finish up Act 2 of The Troubles at Wisteria Institute of the Arcane. Thank you for rejoining us. If you are coming back with us, uh, yeah, where we left off, who wants to, explain the situation where we last left off, gang?
I would love to.
Cheese pals?
So, we were having a great time. We were doing what we were told in potions class. Oberon, my boy, got turned into a rabbit just for a hot second there. And then was taken back, and then we were really accused of not only doing that ourselves, but also of creating a stink bomb that had happened during the opening moments of kind of the school year. And so now we're on our way to the principal's office.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys are passing through student commons and you guys are able to get to the dean's office where you're checked in by Secretary Munster, um, who just tells you guys to take a seat, that the dean will, or that the headmaster will be out to be with you in just a moment.
I think their names are just code names. I don't think they're actually
No, the this is
The hiring process specifically, it's just a
otherwise this hiring
name.
process is really
Maybe-
cut and dry.
Maybe the people who like really want to have a job here are willing, like in their application, say,
No,
and
just change the
my name to cheese flavor.
my name
God.
to cheese
Dedication.
flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but after a couple minutes, the headmaster comes out. This is like, I've been waiting for you three. Please, come. Let's go sit down.
Waiting. All right.
You guys are brought into
Yeah,
their
sit down.
office. Just first off, right off the bat, is everyone okay from the rabbit incident in Professor Habardi's potion class?
Just a long stare from Travis.
Fortunately, yes, we are okay. Unfortunate that I had to become a rabbit at all, but I guess that's life.
Yes, it's very unfortunate that someone would mess with a potion to turn you into a rabbit. Still saying the word rabbit every time that it gets. Pretty much like any opportunity that can be said, the word rabbit will be said. Travis.
And it just makes me. It's not like I have like a fear like some people have, like if you just mention the word I like go into it, but it does, like, since it was so recent, it does like just
Bring back bad memories.
So I just wanted to get you guys brought in here. So as soon as the incident happened, I was made aware by Professor Havardi, and just wanted to get the full details, I guess, from you guys firsthand as to why you, or maybe someone else, would do this to a fellow student, as well as talk about the assembly.
So, we were mixing our potion. We were having a little bit of an issue with it, but then, thankfully, Travis helped us kind of situate it all. We were given the go-ahead by the professor, and then I took a drink of it, and, well, you know what happened then.
Yes, you turned into a rabbit.
it was worse
Yeah.
than a rabbit. It was like a human rabbit.
Did you see anything happening in the classroom otherwise, Travis? Holly?
No, I mean, before class there was a little bit of like a disagreement with Pepper and Cheddar, but
My two boys. Oh, those. They sure are special children, to put it.
One of them, I don't know if he was supposed to have his skateboard in the classroom, but he somehow got it again.
I mean, mean, students are allowed to have their brooms if
Oh, okay.
in class. Just
Sorry,
most
I
choose
wouldn't have
not
said
to.
that.
Remember, it went out in the new student handbook that went out this year.
I didn't read that.
Yes, of course. I read through that this summer.
I remember that you did, as you did send back some proofreading critiques, even though it wasn't necessary. You know, I don't want to
You
get into that.
proofread the thing? That's awesome.
Holly turns bright red at that being revealed.
That's awesome. Oh man. I like hold up a high five.
I tentatively return said high five.
Yes.
I love it so much.
Anyways, you didn't see anything that would prove that it could be another student who was behind this? Holly? Travis? Oberon?
No, but
I-
it wasn't
You-
me.
To be honest, I saw like it bubble weirdly for a moment. That's not, but I put in the proper amount of
Mhm.
Byrodine, like I've always done. It wouldn't have done anything. But I'll be honest, I kind of blacked out after the rabbit came out, so I don't remember much before that.
All right. We'll be doing a further investigation into what went into this. But
If I may, do you think we did this?
I don't have any evidence suggesting that someone else did this.
Okay, but you also don't have any evidence suggesting we did it.
Well, who were the last people to touch the potion?
Okay, but magic works with more than just touch.
Who were
This
the
is-
last people to see the potion?
The professor, among others.
The professor wouldn't do this. It would be
Neither
much
would
more.
we. Neither would
Yeah,
we.
well, Professor probably wouldn't do that. But
Yeah,
I
but
know.
neither would any of us.
I don't appreciate you back talking me right now, Oberon.
I don't appreciate you implying that I've done something that I have not.
I didn't accuse you of anything. I just asked why we
You
should
did.
believe it to not be
Uh,
you.
You didn't ask that either.
Not gonna lie, man. The word you're kind of making it worse just by being really like defensive.
I only cast magic when it is absolutely essential. I did not do this.
Well,
I can back that up. Headmaster. Yeah. Ollie doesn't use magic that much. Hard mode.
And also, I really don't think that Travis would have done it since he is evidently afraid of rabbits.
well, I don't know
No.
that.
I'm not afraid of rabbits. I don't know what you're talking about.
I kind
I
of want
love
to.
that you
I
not.
give you a look like, okay, I'll let you have that, but obviously you're lying.
Yeah, it's not a good lie.
She just like crosses her hands or crosses her arms and she's like, "Give me one good reason, particularly you, Oberon, for back talking so much. Why shouldn't send you all to detention today?"
Because you have no evidence we did it, and it would look very bad for you to put innocent people in detention.
Because I didn't do it.
Hmm.
Because didn't do it.
There's no better reason than being innocent.
I need charm
Which we all three
charm
are.
rolls from all of you.
Oh,
Non-magical
you
charm
took my
rolls.
weakness.
Higher chance to explode. That is, you
Alright.
rolled for fight again.
It keeps saying fight. I am hitting the charm thing, and it's
Yeah, mine does that too. Because mine also, mine says for fight, but I clicked
Yo,
charm.
yo, that exploded. Roll again. Roll again.
Yeah, buddy.
You just clicked the thing?
I'm rolling stat on charm. and it-
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
But they all
I've been rolling-
save.
I've been rolling straight
Really,
dice
if-
the whole time.
What's up?
if I
It does do that. That's weird.
if
You're
it
like,
adds up
Thing.
to 4, that doesn't count as an explosion, right?
no, it does not. It's
Okay.
if the number on the dice is equal to the max roll.
Gotcha.
Is
I'll use 3 adversity tokens to make that a 4. But it's still a 4. Also, I will
I know,
say,
that's what I
like,
was thinking. I'm like, well, if I
it's
could get
just-
up to a 4.
it's just the uncaring inflection. It's just, yeah, okay, you can give me detention, whatever. I've been there. I was probably gonna go there anyway today. So
she just kind of looks at you all, gives a particular look to Oberon. It's like, you give mostly good arguments, kind of like glancing over at Travis with the mostly. Um, but this also doesn't excuse the assembly.
Oh, so the other thing we didn't do.
What do you mean the assembly?
So she pulls out her wand and kind of taps it against the desk, and the seating chart that was passed around from Professor Havarti's room just kind of manifests itself on the desk, and she picks it up. Looking here, you guys were seated right where the incident hit, were you not?
But so were other students that were sitting around us. You have the notes from that as well.
She just
really that close to it. We were in the corner.
She turns the paper around and just even a quick glance over the paper, you can say that all of the names in the seating charts, or names in the little assembly seating, everything has been jumbled around, placing you guys directly in the incident.
So where we weren't.
I laughed
Yeah.
uncharacteristically, like in a funny way. I'm like, damn it, and I swear in front of the headmaster.
Wait, that's not where.
And
Sitting there.
I just go, God, somebody got us good. Dang.
Oh,
That's
so
like-
now we have Holly trying. You're saying that you weren't there, even though Travis just admitted to it, huh?
And then, no, I'm not admitting to it. I'm just saying, like, somebody definitely like messed with the.
You just said,
classic. Somebody
if
messed
I
with
should
the
quote you
meeting
directly, damn it, you got me.
No,
Hey, excuse me, headmaster. I don't appreciate that kind of vulgar language. We are still impressionable to me.
Nice.
I was just quoting your fellow
no,
classmate.
Yes, but listen.
Wait,
we
I
feel
didn't say
impressionable.
that. I said-
Darn it. Sorry.
I didn't say that. I said that. Dang, that's good. That they got us.
But wait, okay,
Or-
I saw Travis write down he was sitting in 3 seats, and I point on the chart to where he was sitting. He took up 3 seats back here. That should have been written down.
That's true. Yeah, I did write 3 seats down.
It's not on the chart that was sent in. We'll look into this
Sure.
more, but as of right now, the evidence is stacked against you guys. I'm going to have to give you all an after-school detention.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate that you're willing to listen to these lies.
I look at the two.
But I
look at the
didn't
two of
do
them.
it.
I look at the two of them and I just go, somebody got us. Yeah.
But I didn't do it. Why? I don't understand why I didn't.
And if
Don't. Yeah.
we were
nah.
wrong,
Like,
and that comes out, I'll issue a formal apology.
We'll yeah, they'll figure it out eventually or something.
On the bright side, you can always sit and do your homework in detention. Or maybe proofread some more things.
It's not
Maybe
that bad,
it's
honestly.
With a letter.
Now, go back to your classes, and if I hear word on any more trouble that's been caused today, I will be calling your parents.
Oberon gets quieter.
Yeah, Travis does kind of quiet at that.
I
And
assume
well,
none of
actually,
you
doesn't
want
quiet,
to.
he just goes, you don't, yeah, no, okay.
I assume none of you want to call home today? On the first
No,
day
ma'am.
of the year?
No.
That's what I thought. Now don't get into any more trouble. We'll see you in detention later. Kind of like writes you up little passes for detention and hands them back. Return to your potions class, or for whatever's left of it. And I'll see you in the evening, or the afternoon.
He gets up, picks up his stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Quickly leaving on Oberon's part.
I think Holly is kind of stunned, and so I think Holly moves a little slower, but then does rush to catch up.
Yeah, and you guys are able to return back to the last little bit remaining from the potions class, and you kind of can see as you're all walking in, you see the twins kind of like snickering from the back of the classroom. It's like, ooh, you guys got in trouble.
Holly is unaware and just goes right back to the seat and sits down and kind of like looks down and does not engage.
Oberon sneers at them.
I look at them and I just go, and I just, under my breath, I just go. And I just kind of like whisper to both of them, I'm like, it was a scribble script spell. I just whispered to them like it was a scribble script spell. I'm sure they changed what we wrote down.
You see Cheddar just stick his tongue out at you.
Well, we can't say they're mature.
Not because they're clones.
Can I like look around the class to see if I can see if anyone looks particularly guilty now that we're back?
Yeah, go ahead. I think we agreed that grit was the
Grit,
perception like roll, so go ahead and roll that. And while you guys are rolling, thank you so much to our anonymous donor from a minute ago. Thank you for the $25 donation. That is an adversity token for everybody on the board if you're not already maxed out.
What? Yeah. Grit's a D10 for me.
Oberon. Explosion.
Woo! I'm gonna go ahead and add one adversity token to make that 8 altogether.
Hey, got a 3. Nah, I didn't get a 3. I got a 2.
And Holly, are you rolling? Or are you just not paying attention?
I don't think I'm paying enough attention to even warrant a roll.
That is fair. Yeah, Oberon, as you're kind of looking around, no one necessarily, like, looks guilty, but you see the twins, like, even after you guys have already come back in, they're still, like, snickering and laughing about it.
Awesome. So they're just, like, pieces of work.
Yeah, that's one word to call them.
Yeah.
I told you they're just clones.
Mm-hmm. It's the red hair. It makes them soulless, right?
Well, I mean, that, and also they were clones.
Yeah, that too.
Oberon, as you kind of like pass by their lab station to get back to your seat, you just get a faint whiff of rotten cheese almost as well.
See, this is why it pays to smell all your chemicals. Duly noted. I think once we sit down, I'm gonna whisper to the other two. They smell like the rotten cheese that was so very nice, that the nice smell that was at the assembly.
Did some of it get on? Are you sure it wasn't just me? Like, stuff got
No,
on.
it wasn't. I'm sure it was them.
Yeah, makes sense.
Do you think we could tell the professor that they smell like rotten cheese?
Oh yeah, because they all think he thinks we're guilty of many things already. I'm sure that would go well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Might need some more stuff.
Need a little more evidence.
I'd go Jimmy open their lock later.
Ooh, yes, later.
Yeah. Just like that one time that we cut class last year.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You cut class?
Yeah. At the end of the year, everybody does that.
Yeah, at the end of the year,
You'll
no
get
one's
detention. Yeah, you'll get detention, but who cares?
yeah, and no one's teaching anymore at that point, so it's not like you're missing schoolwork.
Yeah, I already did my final. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Are you guys actively trying to deceive Holly with this?
What? No, this
Or
is.
is the oh no
I,
that's
no, I actually rolled that on my questions.
oh
No, man, we actually did this. We found some contraband energy drinks.
Yeah.
habanero energy and drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You.
I'll be honest. That actually does exist. Like somebody
It
showed me like a
does?
flaming hot flavored Mountain Dew or something.
Oh
and I'm
yeah,
like,
I've tried
Oh
that.
my god!
that doesn't,
Both
that doesn't taste,
Lily and
that's
I
not
have
like
tried
taste
that.
good at all.
Oh yeah. I got a bottle that I gave to Kate and
Yeah,
it was not good.
We have both tried it, and it is not great.
Oh god. But anyway.
Do not
Oh,
recommend for
Was
the
not.
record.
Also, it's not as spicy as you'd think.
Oh no. Oh Jesus.
Yeah. The bell rings a couple moments later, and you guys, after just kind of checking over all of your schedules, you all realize you have a study period, which a lot of students just kind of spend in the commons studying or doing other things, but also, you are, sorry, um, uh, more than welcome to spend doing whatever else you would like, during your study period.
Can I go to the library to try and research what someone would need to do to turn that potion into research how someone would turn the potion into something that would turn Oberon into a rabbit?
Yeah, for sure. What are Travis and Oberon doing during the study break? Or your study period?
Do we want to try to do the locker thing now?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I think that's the move.
So Holly is going to the library to look into things and research, and you guys are trying to break into their locker?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I think is good, because then Holly doesn't run the risk of getting in trouble for our wonderful ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Holly's gonna maintain plausible deniability on that.
Absolutely.
Let's go to Holly first. We'll take care of the research. Yeah, one moment. Sorry. Yeah, so you guys are parting ways. Holly, you're heading over to the library. What exactly are you particularly looking for again?
I think I'm gonna start in any sort, if I can find any book on how to transmute somebody via potion into an animal. See if there are similarities in the potion components, or I'm looking to see how someone would go about doing that in order to either find evidence to find evidence either that it had to be something verbal or could be said from afar, like a spell cast on the potion, or just, I don't know, something to prove us innocent or someone else guilty.
Yeah, let's go ahead with that researching. I'm going to say that that is a brains roll, stat roll.
Sweet. 11.
Nice.
And I would like to use an adversity token as well.
I'm
going
to give you an adversity token too.
Sweet. So that brings that to
13.
a 13.
Ah, the luckiest number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Holly, as you're looking through and researching ways to change or alter transmutation potions, you find out that there's a multitude of ways to do it. You can do it from afar, sort of, as you are, or as a spell cast to change the composition of the potion overall, or you can also apply that same logic into changing the materials of a thing. Likely, if it's already a low like a low-powered potion, such as uh, what the voice pitch potion was going to do, it would likely not be of a high magnitude, such as like minor, just like different minor effects. Potentially could be shape changing, because that is also transmutation.
Okay, so they wouldn't have had to touch things to
No,
make it
it could
change.
be done from afar. It actually most likely would be done from afar. As unless you're physically tampering with the overall, or if you're tampering with the material components as opposed to the overall composition of of the potion, you would not need to be up close at all.
And it wouldn't change. What does it say anything about potentially what it would do to the color?
You would assume that that would pretty much happen with the potion composition changing in general, or unless something went wrong. But it seems to be fairly normal that that would happen with the changing of a potion's effect.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I'm going to check out that book and put it in my bag to kind of bring it with me as evidence that there is no reason to suspect us of doing this.
Yeah, you are able to do that for sure. And we'll switch back over to our upperclassmen. So this
The best
is
part.
this is a planned action as you guys go over to start to try
Yeah.
to pick the lock to be able to get in
All right.
to the locker to prove right or wrong. I'm double checking to make sure which stat would be the best one to roll for this.
Sounds good.
If you're doing a stat roll, I would say that this is going to be let's say that this is going to be a brawn roll to be able to break into the locker if you're trying to like physically break into it. Otherwise, we can call that a grit roll to figure out how to lockpick. What are you guys planning on trying to do? What is your course of action?
I think lockpick makes more sense.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that. Let me know if you need. I'll let you do it without magic, and then if that doesn't work, we'll probably have to resort to maybe some magic. I don't know.
True. True.
I'll go ahead and body block for you.
Awesome.
Yeah. Go ahead, and if you're trying to body block to shield from being seen, physically body blocking or doing something magical to prevent them from being seen.
What would it be for magic?
Magic concealment would fall under flight.
Flight?
Yes.
I don't got any bonuses to that. So I'll use the physical one. What's that?
Physically blocking, we will call.
Brawn?
Yeah, we'll call that brawn.
Okay, I can do that. It's gonna come up as fight, but I got a nat 20.
Oh, that explodes.
That's a 21.
Heck
That-
yeah.
Travis, that explodes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot.
Let's see how absurd this can
So,
get.
Here comes the second one. And it's an 18.
Wild.
So,
That's like a 30. That's like a 39. Or, yeah, that's the 39.
Wow.
no, that's a 40.
Oh, that's a 40.
Whatever you're
Part
trying
of
to.
me just to be annoying wants to give you an adversity token.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's 41.
Good grief. How? Describe to me what happens with your
So-
40.
It's like super practice. Like he's done this before, and it wasn't necessarily like and he knows how to like basically just kind of cover like kind of just like cover around like, especially like he knows where the twins are, and he's like, I know that most people come out this door, so I'm just gonna stand right there. So if anybody comes out and they look over, they'll just see me, and they won't be able to see the anyone behind me tampering with the thing. And I know exactly how to like stand so that it just looks like I'm just chilling.
You are the most casual person anyone has ever been.
Yeah.
And the coast is clear, Oberon, to make your grit roll for lockpicking.
Amazing. I'm so excited.
Oh,
I'm
God.
really scared of letting y'all down, though, because I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is my worst stat.
It could explode. It is not
No,
exploding.
it does.
No explode.
Yikes.
Oh, I had no idea that it was. That I didn't know that was your worst stat.
It's okay. I'm gonna add my last adversity token to it.
I'll give you mine.
I can give you an adversity token as well because yikes.
So that brings you up to a 4.
Yeah.
Woo!
4 for the win.
As you are picking the lock, you feel it click. But then as you try to pull it open, you realize that the locker itself is actually jammed from the inside, so it is not able to open.
Can I try to just like rip it open? Can I brawn it?
If you would like to, go for
I would
it.
love to attempt
Describe
to.
what's happening here.
Okay, so I think I'm sitting on the ground trying to like pick this lock. I'm being very delicate about it, and as soon as I'm like confident that I had unlocked it, I try to yank it and it just straight up doesn't work. So then I just kind of like pull on it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that brawn for me.
They don't see it, but can I like help them out with magic, or is that not a thing? Can I like boost their strength with something?
That's sort of what the adversity tokens work for.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, hey, yeah.
That explodes!
Hey, yeah.
buddy.
That
explodes
explodes!
She-
It's not
they
loading on
somehow
my
get-
screen.
They
Let's
somehow
go.
get a 40 as well.
Okay,
You
so
get-
I got a 29.
Heck yeah.
That's pretty good.
You just gave it the most wicked yank, and the actually the let me. You pull the door of the locker off with how hard you yank it, but you get it open. Gosh darn it.
And
just-
nobody notices because Travis is so chill.
Because Travis is so chill, nobody notices your existence, nor the fact that you just pulled
No,
a locker door off of its hinges.
yeah, I just have a locker door now.
You
Just
simply
look at
Because it was done casually.
yeah, just low key.
I just look at it and I just go, I think this locker was already broken.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and think that too.
Yeah. Looking around in that locker, you see a couple empty, like, vials and, like, jars. And it smells very much like rotten cheese as soon as it's opened. Without even taking a
Mhm.
closer look, you can tell that there's incriminating evidence in
Would
here.
you love to see it?
Can I like, is there like a picture magic in this? I'm gonna.
Yeah,
You
'cause
have-
I feel.
Beholder, you guys have cell phones.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Really? Nice.
Yeah.
Heck
I
yeah.
forgot about that. I'm just gonna go ahead and just click. I'm gonna take a picture, but I'm gonna make sure and it doesn't include the broken lock or
Yeah.
the broken hinges on it.
But also make sure it's clear whose locker it is. Like maybe kind of pose the locker
Oh,
door
yeah,
back on it so you can see the locker number, but
Yeah,
you
it's
can't
like
see the
a-
broken hinge.
It's
So-
like a rapid. It's like a rapid flash of like a camera roll of like the locker, and then it's like opening the locker, and then also like another one that I guess it's kind of impossible to get it a little bit broken to not have it look broken, but I'll probably just like make up a story like, I mean, I think this this locker needs to be fixed first also.
Hey, what
It
kind
was
of
broken when we got here.
what
Yeah,
kind
that's-
of
that-
phone does
Yeah,
Travis
those
have?
those hinges were already falling off. Like,
Ooh, I want to know what kind of
Yeah,
phone
what
Travis
kind of phone do you guys have?
oh man, what year are we? Is it 2022?
Yeah, we'll call it modern.
Okay, yeah, mine's. I'm just gonna use my Samsung Galaxy 20.
Yes, your uh Samsung
Samsung.
Yep.
Sorry,
Samsung
Samsung.
Galactica.
unintentional. Unintentional. Sorry. Yeah,
Oh, you're good.
I should totally have done that. Yeah, for this fantasy thing, let's call it. Yeah, let's call it a Galaxia S 2001.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. You are able to get the photos that you need for the evidence, and now the two of you are left with a broken locker with the door off the hinges.
Okay, because I was thinking, like, well, we could take this stuff and show them, but as soon as we take it, they're gonna go like, oh, so you did do it.
Yeah, you can't touch it. Don't do that. Um,
And Holly, about this time is when you would probably be leaving the library with your newly checked out book. And this is like probably relatively close to the library, so you'd be able to walk up and see Travis
And
just standing there looking cool.
Strangely casual.
Yeah.
I wave
you
casually.
just see the back of me, like looking at the locker. I turn around and I turn around, revealing the broken locker, and we just go, "Oh hey man."
Hey, what's up?
Hi. I checked out a book.
We need to fit that back into place. Can you help us?
Yeah, you know how to fix cars?
Do you need like a screwdriver?
I mean,
Oh, right.
I don't have any tools on me, so maybe?
Oh, you could just use just conjure one.
Oh, shoot, yeah. Can I try to, like, magically... Can I try to conjure a screwdriver?
Yes, I'm double checking to figure out what the best kind of roll for this is.
Yeah, I'll mend the threads so that it kind of fixes a little bit.
Perfect.
Lilia, can I
Hingius reparo.
can I
Sorry.
Since I had all my adversity tokens earlier when somebody donated, can I still use the one that was donated?
So you can you max out at 3.
Okay, never mind then. Because one of my strengths is prepared, so I can spend 2 adversity tokens to just happen to have a commonplace item with me, but I only have 1 right now, so it's fine.
Did you ever take one from that donation earlier?
No,
So you have 2.
because I was maxed out at the time.
Oh. You guys are able to give each other adversity tokens if you would like.
Or what?
You can you can give each other adversity tokens if you would like.
I am also plumb out.
It's good. We could just one of them can just magic a screwdriver.
I'm gonna try to magic a screwdriver, guys.
Blah, 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 blah. Let's call this. Oh my goodness, which. You know what? Let's call this one a fight.
Let's do it.
Because in the description for fight it says, or making something explode. We're just gonna forget that last word and just say, or making something.
Or making something, yeah.
So go
I
ahead.
love that. I love that interpretation of the rule.
Thank you.
Oh gosh. Oh golly gee.
Oh,
So
golly gee.
what do I roll? Is this so if I'm using Hingius reparo,
Repair. So one, Oberon, you will have an adversity token every time you fail, so you do have 1 now.
Delightful, thank you.
But for repairing,
said you said
Is-
fight. Is it magic fight or?
well, so grit is also technically healing magic, so Healing
Restoring?
restoration is in that same category. So
Oh
let's
yeah.
call that one a crit.
Cool.
You're
That's
welcome.
what I'm good at. Magic. Yeah, that's a 15.
Ooh. Yeah, Ingeus Repairus goes off without a hitch. As you see Oberon struggling to try to make a screwdriver. Oberon, what do you conjure into existence instead of a screwdriver?
A hammer.
Yeah.
So like the exact opposite of what we're trying to do.
Yeah, so you summon a hammer, and when you're like, ah, darn it, and just like let it fall to the ground, it actually just bounces.
Falls on my toe.
No, I was going to say it actually bounces and it squeaks like a little dog toy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I still go and then I go oh.
Oh no.
Holly is cataloging this in her mind as that magic is unreliable.
Talking about.
It is a big, thick file of like times people she knows have fucked up or have screwed up with their magic, and this just gets added to the list. Like, well, meant to do a screwdriver, got a toy hammer. That's proof. Can never use magic.
I love that as a concept that no one has ever been like incompetent ever. It's always the magic's fault.
It is the magic.
If you rely on
Maybe it's a personal trust issue. Like, I don't trust myself to be competent enough. But listen, Holly's 15.
It's the
She's not
magic.
thinking that deep. It's the magic.
It's the magic, obviously.
Someday in therapy, she'll figure that out.
Yeah. So Hingius Repairus has worked. The door is back on the hinges, at least. And you now have a dog toy hammer.
I'm gonna put that back in my bag just in case I need it later.
that'll actually be really funny later on if you want to like use it when someone's walking, just walk behind them.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds great.
Yeah.
I can see a lot of uses for it.
So yeah, I fixed the hinges. Well, it'll fit back in now. It probably will come off again when Actually, that's gonna be hilarious when that guy opens it again. So we'll just leave it there.
I love
This
that.
isn't a bad thing.
Yeah. And you guys are able to fully fix the door with Hingius Repairus, and somehow that dog toy might, the existence gives moral support to
Exactly.
grant that one adversity token. Uh,
Woo!
You squeak it and it makes someone better.
It's like I'm a bard, but only with the dog toy hammers.
oh my gosh. You guys probably have about like half an hour left of your study period if you would like to go through your research or scheme anything else.
Man, I'm gonna go check and see if like I'm gonna ask I'm gonna go in and talk to the secretary again really quick. I'm gonna tell them like, hey, maybe I can like sneak into the headmaster's office and like look for see if I can like dispel magic on the like paper. Do you think that's a bad idea?
I think that's a bad idea.
I
All
think
right, all
you
right.
make that choice. I will let you do that yourself.
Sure. All right. Yeah, I'll save it for senior year.
Is he
Or
not a senior
I'll
now?
save it for the end of the year. I'll save it for the end of the year.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta go out with a bang.
Yeah. I was gonna So I'll sneak in and I'll just fill the headmaster's office with cheese. I think. No, I did like that.
You could always do toy hammers.
That's true.
Yeah. So,
Bunch of
I think
glitter
I do
balloons.
want to learn about or like hear what Holly found.
Oh yeah, did you find something?
Yeah, I found out that potion absolutely could have been tampered with from afar verbally. And it would have potentially caused the color change that we saw right before Oberon drank it.
Okay, so it's just as likely someone else has done it than the three of us have done it. And like I want to make this very clear. I know the three of us have not done it, but that is what everyone else thinks. So I'm using that as the baseline.
Yeah, but in a basis of like innocent till proven guilty, there's no evidence that we did it.
Yeah, okay, but that's true. But hear me out. Everyone thinks we're guilty.
No, I know, but this is just furthering the fact that it's definite. All they have is we were standing there, and we didn't have to be standing there to do it.
Well, what
Yeah.
kind of magic is it? Like, what school? Because we're all
I
good
don't
at a
know.
certain kind of magic.
Yeah.
Lily, do you?
You guys were working on the unit of transmutation. So it was like
So the spell would have been transmutation.
yeah,
Okay,
something along there.
Probably transmutation.
and that can be done with. Okay, so that could be done with grit, maybe, right? I'm just trying to mechanically figure out like what I'm good at.
Yeah, listen, all I know is that we didn't do it. And, hopefully we can get someone else to believe that. But this is good evidence. Good job, Holly.
Yeah, I mean that's a start.
Yeah.
That's actually really good. I mean, I believe it.
Mhm.
We got some evidence too.
Yeah, that is true. We took pictures of it because, but we found stuff like potion.
Can I
vials.
see?
Yeah, go, and I think I just like elbow him to show the pictures.
Yeah, I start like absentmindedly like flipping the phone stuff over, like rolling through it. And here are all the pictures we took. You also saw like we ripped open that locker, so
Oh, you have a Samsung.
Oh my
I look at the
god.
pictures, and I keep my mouth shut about the ripped up locker because I don't think I'm gonna win that conversation.
what do you like? What do you like? Pears or something?
Yeah, I actually have an eye pair, EYE pair.
Yeah, yeah.
Me too.
You know the iOS is kind of like really just not that great, right?
Yeah,
Like
well,
it's not as secure as people think. It's because people don't use that as much. That's the only thing.
yeah, but listen, it's a lot more user friendly. So
Is it though? I don't know. Or it's no. Like if it's what you like, I don't care. All right. Anyway,
we got some good pictures.
listen. I think personally the Galaga is better at taking pictures, but
Yeah, well, that's why you took the evidence.
yeah.
So what are you guys doing from here?
How much time do we have left in the period? I feel like we can't have that much time yet.
Yeah, you
left.
probably have like 10ish minutes at most.
Okay, cool. That's kind of what I was hoping, honestly.
I'm gonna pull some chips out of my bag and just start eating those.
What
That's
kind of
great.
chips?
Moon chips, like sun chips, but not.
Moon chips.
Moon chips.
I love that I like that. I hope that's their branding, like Sun Chips, but not.
Well, it's either that or prongles.
Brongles and moon chips, they're my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
what?
like the Neptune flavor personally.
Oh yeah, that one's the best. I really liked the limited edition Pluto flavor, but obviously they don't make that
I
anymore.
never trust Neptune. It's never in the right spot for me.
Well.
For me, it's always just the Mercury and Gatorade, and so take it or leave it.
That's fair. I get that.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I think I'm really funny.
So sorry. What is the plan from here from now on?
I think we're
We're
just
just chilling at this point.
I think we'll just chill until the end of the period.
Yeah, so you guys get to chill for the rest of the period, and I don't think any of you guys have any other overlapping classes on your schedules that you picked out.
I think I did take astrology with
Oh, you're in astrology too?
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no, you're in
Same.
astronomy.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
didn't
I wrote
take
down astronomy.
astrology.
Oh yeah, then you guys are both in astronomy, and I don't have any class. Actually, you guys are all in astronomy.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
I think someone mentioned it. And that's why I put it on there.
Oh, okay. Because
Let's
astronomy,
go.
the description is that it covers heavenly bodies, their movements, and the impact they have on the magical world. So it's astrology,
Yeah, but it's astronomy.
but it's astronomy.
Yeah. So you guys head to astronomy,
Thought this
because
was astronomy class. Oh well.
yeah. Holly, of course, once again, you tested out as the resident astronomologist.
Absolutely. Astronomologist.
I love astronomology. It's my favorite class.
Astronomology.
Astronomology. I said it wrong.
No, I said it wrong and it caused you to say it wrong.
Yeah,
Astronomology.
Great. Astronomology.
but you
It's
guys
my favorite class.
head on down to the astronomy classroom with, oh my gosh, with Professor Monnery.
Yes, I love Monterey is my favorite professor.
Yeah, Professor Monterey is a relatively newer professor to the school.
Lily, do you just have a tab up on your computer that is just like a list of
Jesus.
types of cheese?
Just
No,
Jesus.
I have a sticky note on my board though.
Same thing. That's the same thing.
Listen, you asked.
Hey,
Got your phone now.
you guys wanted
I'm
a
so glad I did,
cheese-themed
too.
school. I'm giving you that. I'm giving you the rest of the flavor.
Oh, it's-
Listen, I wanted it to be in
Ah,
Wisconsin. This is my
flavors.
fault. I'm just enjoying it.
yes, we love the flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys all settle down. There's actually a seating chart for this classroom. Coincidentally, because oh my goodness, what are the odds? You guys are
Man.
all in like the third or fourth row, sitting next to each other. And of course, because you can't escape them, everybody's favorite twins are sitting in the seats right in front of you guys.
Evil.
For the record, they are not my favorite twins.
Listen,
Mhm.
for the record, on the record, they are my favorite twins.
Yikes. I'm a
Yikes.
twin, Marcy, in real life, and my grandma is a twin. So, thanks, Caitlin.
You're welcome.
Stormtroopers.
Yeah. But once again, Pepper comes absolutely rearing into classroom on skateboard, while Cheddar's like running right behind.
A little bit poor Cheddar in that situation.
Cheddar doesn't have his broom with him.
It's never poor cheddar, respectfully.
But he's like, ah, darn, you beat me again. And you hear Pepper like, yeah, you gotta just not get grounded, so you have your broom now. Like, get on my level. And the two
What a loser.
go to sit down in their seats in front of you guys. And Pepper just kind of turns back to you, Travis, and it's like, hey,
Hey, Stormtrooper.
oh, you want a storm? Oh, I can make a storm. And he starts to just conjure up a little
No thank you, no thank you,
Little-
no thank you, no thank you.
cloud
dispel
that
it.
starts to rain. Grit for dispelling, because he's going
Let's
to
go.
summon a little personal rain cloud above your head. Otherwise,
Till 13.
it's gone.
yeah.
As he sits down, can I try to move his chair up from under him?
Yeah, give me a flight stat check.
Thank goodness. I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to get flight at all, and flight is my highest stat.
Oh
I'm
no.
gonna- And as he does that, I'm gonna cast Wedgiosa on him.
Let me check what a Wedgioso spell would be while
It's probably
Oberon
fate or-
rolls for flight. Yeah, you yank that chair so easily. Who are you yanking it under? Pepper or
from under
cheddar?
Pepper.
Under
Pepper.
Pepper.
I'm doing it on I'm doing
Wedgioso.
it on the other one, Jack. Oh wait, they're both Jack.
That's their last name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're both Jack to me. It doesn't matter.
You're doing it. You're doing that one on cheddar.
I'm doing the Wedgiosa on the other one.
Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing Wedgiosa on cheddar, and I'm doing the chair on Pepper.
This will
Okay.
be a fight roll. magical fight roll, and this is
Okay.
you're not facing your fear, so whether or not it's still a snap decision though.
Okay.
But
That's
he still gets wedgied.
I just kind of under the chair.
Yeah. So, Chet, describe what I want both you guys to describe what happens as you both pull the chair out from Pepper and then wedgie Cheddar.
I think I just make Pepper kind of eat dust.
Yeah.
I think he's feeling really cocky, and so he doesn't even give it 2 glances as I kind of magically yank the chair out from under him.
Yeah. And
I am
simultaneously, as the chair just kind of, and he just goes whoa and eats it. Like the other one starts to sit down, but sits down into the wedgie.
Oh no!
And he starts and then the underwear starts to rise slowly.
Very uncomfortable.
Hey Holly,
And,
what are you doing throughout
I am
this?
squeezing my eyes shut. I just about had a panic attack when they started to make a storm in the room.
Oh yeah.
And now I'm getting wildly embarrassed and very worried we're about to get in trouble.
Oh yeah, no, I dispelled that. You're good.
Yeah, but there's still the lingering panic that it almost happened.
No, that's more fine. Everything's fine.
Holly disagrees.
Yeah, they like to mess with you.
It's only happening. It's only what's coming for them.
And then and then I just go, and then as the teacher comes in and it all stops.
Yeah.
And you
I
hear
just go, oh man, are you okay? And guy on the ground.
Am I okay? You just tried to wedgie me? Dude.
And I think to Pepper, I go, your chair was at your desk. How did you miss it?
'Cause you pulled it out from under me.
Now, why would I do that?
Miss Monterey. And you see Cheddar, the back of his seat, of his pants is still pulled up a little bit as you see him get up and sort of waddle over to tattle on you guys for giving him a wedgie.
I love that.
This is fully duck waddling over.
I'm
I'm really hoping Monterey is chill because I had her for a class last year and we got along well then. So I'm hoping that she's still chill.
and I'm just smiling, and I just go, eh.
Just
This one, it's if I get detention for this, worth it.
If I got for this, I kind of earned it, but I'm
okay. I'll take the I'll take the detention for this, as long as it's something I did.
yeah, and you see Cheddar go up and just start pointing at you guys and then showing his tuchus to
He's got stretchy underwear. Why is he showing it to you?
it's still scrunched. It's still scrunched up. And then you see Professor Monterey, she just kind of looks over at you guys, gives a deep sigh. I was told that I had to keep a watch for you guys for trouble today. And I was told that if there was trouble, to send you to the headmaster's office.
It's a really good thing there wasn't trouble then.
Then who gave the wedgie?
Not me.
Looks directly at you, Travis.
I'm who's to say, ma'am? I mean,
Can you give me
I think it got caught on the chair.
Can you give me a charm roll
Sure.
to try to talk your way out of this one?
Oh no, I'm not going to. Oh wait, I think.
Nope. I got you. I'm giving you one. That's all I got to help.
Oh, it didn't. Oh, it didn't explode. I can never
Nope.
see it. Okay.
And no, that did not
I'm
explode.
giving you my
I don't
wanted, but
think I
first.
have adversity tokens.
If you fail a roll, you get an adversity token.
Okay. So with a 3.
So you'll get one out of this one.
Okay.
As she just kind of sighs and says, "These are, it would be probably a little bit more believable if we didn't have flexible seating and these row is stools.
Man, they actually made the upgrade today. I like this year.
Yeah,
no,
they made the
chills.
upgrade.
They passed the bond. It's amazing.
Yeah, and then I start to like lean back, and I'm like, oh, you're right. And it starts bending.
I don't want to send you guys to the headmaster, but I have to. I'm sorry.
Wait, all of
Well, maybe not Holly. She seems to be innocent.
He started to make a storm above us.
it? I'm also innocent.
I
I stopped the storm, to be honest.
Yeah, he
but-
did stop the storm. It was very nice.
Nah, it's okay. Nah, it's okay, Teach. Yeah. He was being a little brat. Gave him a wedgie. I'll go to the office.
He's been really rude to us all day for no particular reason.
It's because he's a clone.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Not all developed up there.
Yeah, what did we do to you?
Yeah,
Others.
they have so many other people they could torment, but they've chosen us.
Uh,
Wait, I've got a real question. How old are the twins?
They're like 16.
What grade are they in?
They're juniors.
Okay, so they're not younger than me. Darn it.
younger than me.
No, they're the same age as both of you guys.
Okay.
Or the same grade.
Oh, I thought I was a senior. I'm like 17.
Oh, no, then you said something about senior year. Yeah, so then a year younger than you, Travis.
Yeah. And I'm like, I've screwed with them a couple times, to be honest. They screw back. It's fine. Alright. It's like, yeah, no, I'll go. It's good. Like, this is deserved.
All right. I'm sorry, Travis. Just try to hurry back afterwards, all right?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
See ya. And I'll just like look at Cheddar, and I'll just be like, see ya, space stormtrooper.
Mm-hmm.
Take off.
He just like sticks his tongue out, and you hear as you're walking away, you hear Pepper say, "At least I have standards."
What's a standard?
Kind of calling back to your conversation at the start of the school day, where he ran into you on a skateboard.
Oh, okay. I'm just like, at least mine wasn't at least my broom chose me. But I don't say that. I say that under my breath.
Oh, okay.
Is this because you ran into him earlier today? Is that why you're upset with us?
Because you can't figure out where you're going.
Give me a grit roll. Or that's the perception one, right? That's what we decided.
As I'm leaving the classroom, just last thing I'm gonna say is like, my broom comes to me, and I'm just gonna like I'm gonna drift slowly and take my time. Like,
I love that. I love it so much.
hands back on the back, just drift towards the office.
Yeah. So grit is your street smart / insight. So go ahead and give me grit rolls.
I got a 3.
I got a 1. I gave myself an adversity token.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't feel like I need to roll
Yeah.
because I'm not there.
Give yourself an adversity token to Oberon. You can't really get a firm answer, but it seems like he's holding a newfound grudge. You can get that at least.
Okay, that's fair. I think the rest Oberon has gotten in trouble, rightfully and unrightfully enough for today. So I think for at least this class, he's gonna just like not engage.
So is it only... Are you guys accompanying your friend down to the... down to the headmaster's office, or will Travis be going alone?
Actually, I will go with Travis just because I also deserve it. But Holly should stay because she didn't deserve it at all.
I will remind you that you're going to see the headmaster, and you have gained evidence of things.
Oh yeah, never mind. Holly, you're with us. Sorry.
Okay, I will.
You're just like, wait, no, you have evidence.
Sorry, Holly. Come on.
I'm gonna go with them because I want to talk to the headmaster about this too.
Yeah,
It's been a day.
it,
Poor Holly.
it's only third period.
Yikes.
Yeah, you guys are able to walk on down. Is there anything you guys were wanting to talk about on your way down?
They can easily catch up with me
Yeah.
on my broom, just chilling while I drove.
So sick of those twins doing things for no reason.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of keep telling you it's because they're not developed clones, but you know.
Yeah, listen, I know, but they're also like the headmaster's children, and I don't like that it feels like they get special treatment.
Children.
I don't know.
And them, they're basic. Like I'm letting you. I'm like telling you. She made them. Like,
Yeah.
not in the way that you think.
Yeah, I know, but she claims that they're children.
Wait, are you
so-
implying that they're literally clones of her?
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize that's what you're meaning by clones this entire
Oh.
time.
Oh, yeah. No, that's the whole thing. I was like.
Oh, I thought you
subtly
were saying that they
dropping
were clones of each other.
It's both.
Both. Like,
Fair.
like that's the rumor I've started about them, and whether it's true or not, it's just fun to
That's
me.
completely irrelevant.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And I just go, nah, man, it's good. Like they want to start out the year like this. Oh man, it's on. It's good.
Yeah, but I do not want to start off the year like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
me neither.
Personally, it doesn't seem like you get a choice.
Nah, man, I don't
Yeah.
I feel like this is like a thing because like I don't know like why this would be that serious to call the parents already. I think there's something behind that, or maybe it's just because blah blah blah. But yeah, this is like pretty quick to be calling parents already. Like,
Yeah.
kind of strange to me, but I mean, I've gotten in trouble a lot. It's fair. You guys, I don't know. That's
I've gotten in some trouble, but not. I always make sure to toe the line of not calling my parents because they would actually super super be angry at me.
yeah. Yeah, there's a reason why that's not a good thing for me. Mostly like probably I think for me actually like anyway yeah but
Yeah, you
it's
guys.
not like my parents. It's not like my parents would care much. Like they don't expect much of me,
That's
but
nice. You
I
know?
feel like they would probably take me out of school. Like,
Oh yeah, that would be a bummer.
yeah,
Then we couldn't have Falcon Mac and Cheese days anymore, and personally, I can't have that.
yeah. But no, like, I'm already thinking. I'm already thinking of ways to get them back.
Perfect.
But yeah, you guys are able to get down to the headmaster's office. Almost immediately brought back this time. And she's just like sitting there, head in hands. It's like, Travis, you can't give people wedgies just because you don't like them. I
Huh?
thought we went through
Oh
this.
no, I was. No, man, you don't understand. That was actually because they tried to cast a storm. So, what goes around comes around.
An eye for an eye.
I'm. We shouldn't be taking revenge on other students. When there's an issue, you bring it to a teacher or a professor, and you deal with it that way. You should not be directly.
Nah, my dad. Yeah, nah, my dad always told me you always handle it at the lowest level.
But the lowest level is not you guys. The lowest level is a professor.
Oh,
Well, no,
is that
'cause,
what
like-
that means?
Paperwork and stuff.
If I may, today didn't do, so it didn't exactly feel like things would go our way if we brought things. up the food chain.
Well, you know that
True.
this is a safe space. Do you have evidence to prove prior accusations?
Um,
We have evidence that will definitely help to clear our name.
and
Yeah.
if I may, there was very minimal evidence before to put us in this situation. But the point is, and I put out the book in front of her, and I go, see, we would not have had to be near the potion to have caused the unexpected effects that the potion had.
I mean, yes, the only person who was close enough to touch it would have been Oberon himself,
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
which
And so
means
this
doesn't
that
quite.
research shows that anyone could have done it, not just any of us, which is what you had previously implied.
So that clears Oberon, but that doesn't clear the other two of you. For the
It doesn't clear anyone in the entire class.
No, I agree. It doesn't clear anyone, but that also doesn't clear you guys. I'm working with our security to get the video footage from the auditorium still, so I'll grant you that also. Holds up the paper. It seems that someone cast some sort of illusory disguise on this, which will clear you for the stink bomb. I see
We
that
already-
I let out
there's.
the deepest of
also got, like-
sighs.
I pull out my phone. I just go because we also got like pictures of it of one of your. I think it was this Cheddar or the other one.
This
it
is
doesn't
Pepper's. It's one of the two.
Pepper's locker was like jammed open, and when we saw it in the hallway, I had all of the components required to make that stink bomb.
Yeah, it had that. Also, the hinges were really kind of like broken. So
Yeah, it looked like he had run into
I
it with
fixed
his
it for you.
skateboard.
a little bit.
Well, I do appreciate you bringing this evidence to me. I don't understand why it's coming to light now instead of uh immediately after you'd found this.
Because we needed to continue working during our breaks.
We had class.
This is the beginning. This is the
Okay,
beginning.
you had class. That's a very valid excuse.
Yeah, man. You know? Yeah, we got stuff to do.
We want to make a good impression on our teachers.
We had to take a little bit of time to like look over some of the syllabus stuff.
Astronomy is my favorite class. I really didn't want to miss it.
And now you're missing. Okay, here's what we'll do. I will clear you of your prior detention. You guys will not be obligated to go, except for you, Travis, for the wedgie.
Not worth it.
Um,
I scoot my chair a little further away from you.
if you have any issues with any other students throughout the school year, please take them to your professors to be dealt with. Don't let them sit in your own hands.
Noted.
Yes, ma'am.
Will do.
Thank you for bringing all of this to my attention, and I will deal with my boys as needed.
You know, they're not so bad. They're kind of fun. I like messing with them.
I would like to think that they're good kids, but if they set off a
I
stink
didn't
bomb,
say that. I just said that they were fun.
Yikes.
oh, I would like to think that they are good kids, but setting off a stink bomb is a little bit questionable.
Isn't great.
That's
There's,
kind
I will say, skateboard as broom, very cool.
It is very cool. He got it for his 16th birthday. The other one chose a car.
Dang.
Not
Dang,
for his broom. He just wanted a car.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
no, that's just really cool. I got a hand-me-down broom.
Hey, all brooms are cool brooms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Here, let me write you some hall passes. We will meet again tomorrow, to discuss everything else that has been found about the potion and this, and we'll get to the bottom of what's going on. I do formally apologize for thinking that it was you guys.
I
Mm.
appreciate that.
I really appreciate that, man.
I mean, it makes sense for me.
No, it really does.
It is something I would do.
It's listen, it's kind of funny. It feels, yeah. I'm gonna stop while I'm behind.
That might be smart.
Mhm.
Here's some hall passes. Return to class. We will check back in tomorrow.
Thank you.
Ew.
Thank you, ma'am.
And with that, you've mostly been cleared for your detentions and have been cleared from the being suspects in the events that happened today on the first day of school.
Oh my gosh.
Yay!
Are we good students?
Questionably.
Holly is kind of.
Um,
I'm kind of feeling like we're all good students, is what I'm hearing.
Good student, but I'm also a troublemaker.
Yeah, no, but that's what makes you fun.
Holly
Like,
is good in that, like, she works hard. She is not a good student in that any class that requires her to do magic, she's a bit of a pain in the ass.
Listen, she does, help annotate everything, though, even if it does not need it.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
She's just a little extra.
just a little. Well, on that note, you guys are able to return to your astronomy class, and the twins are actually brought out of class and brought down to the office. And they give worried looks as they leave. They know.
I think Oberon kind of grins.
Unless there is
Right.
anything else.
Later, Tweedledee, Tweedledum.
And with that, we will conclude our adventure on the first day of school at the Wisteria at the Wisteria Institute of the Arcane.
Woo!
We
Just
did it. We mostly avoided detention. We avoided unearned
Come on.
detention.
2 out of 3 avoided detention.
My goal was to still get detention.
Just in case you missed it earlier, that was a little look at the Kids on Brooms system. Once again, going over that, it is from the Kids on Bikes universe, presented by Renegade Game Studios, published by Hunters Entertainment. Highly recommend checking it out. The rulebook is like $15, and it's super easy to get into. This was actually all of our first times playing the game, so what were you guys think?
It was so fun. I very much enjoy the universe we got to create and that we got to create it so specifically.
Yeah, I think it's a very, like, it's a nice flexible system for a lot of different types of things you could do with the things that exist in the system. Also, I've never used a system with exploding dice like that, so that was fun.
Yeah, I really enjoyed exploding dice.
I've used a system that did use exploding dice. The exploding dice is really cool. I do like it. And yeah, this was really fun. I imagine if this got any combat in it, it would be really interesting to see how that plays out. But with that, I will say, yeah, without, if you stack all your modifiers into certain things, like, you don't start with very good modifiers in this game. So
You start with like no modifiers.
yeah, it's you're basically just rolling everything, and it's kind of fun. And I'm one of those people that kind of I like it when you can fail and stuff, so that's always nice.
Yeah, I also kind of enjoy the fact that I kind of built a character around things we didn't roll very long. Because I built a character where my flight was the highest, and I got to roll it once.
Hey, you got to roll it once.
I did. No, I got part of the way through and went, man, if I don't use it at all, that'll be really funny.
And then, and the ones that I decided to put them at 20, and I got the max.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
really cool.
And then you got that exploded to like a 39.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like the ability to that it gets kind of wild. Sometimes I think it's really fun that it can just be like you succeed so ridiculously well.
But also you fail so often.
I like
Yeah.
You kind of have to be creative about things, which I kind of like that it forces that on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the adversity. I didn't know how to use the adversity tokens. I would have been using them.
Yeah. Well, if anybody who is watching would like to talk about this system, feel free to join us in our Discord. The link is below, and also Stream Elements just posted it in the chat bar. More than happy to continue to talk about the system and how cool it is. Either way, thank you all for joining and going through this little adventure with us. Once again, I am Lily Gecko. You can find us. This was an Extra Life fundraiser. All of our links, including, I'll get that Extra Life one popped into chat one more time. We raised a lot of money during this game, which is super cool. I think we raised like 60 or 70 bucks, which is amazing.
Way to go.
Um, so thank you once again for all tuning in, and thank you guys for playing. And as always, we will see you next time. But this next time is tomorrow at 4 p.m. with a 5e game to continue Extra Life Tabletop Appreciation Weekend, which will be run by our very own Beholder.
Come and hang
So
out.
exciting.
Yeah. Once again, thank you guys for joining, and we will catch you later.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.